Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Onna Harps and today I will be reviewing Inmate to Roommate, and it's aired on A&E and it comes on Thursday nights, and this is season 1 and it's episode 9. So anyway, if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and make sure that you hit that notification button down below, and then that way you'll be notified each and every time I upload a video. So as I said, I'm going to be giving you basically an overview of Inmate to Roommate because it kind of was like a filler episode. I mean, there wasn't anything, predictable that happened this episode that we couldn't foresee from the last episode. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview of where the guys are at. So you guys already know that this is a documentary about newly released inmates that move in with roommates to reduce the amount of recidivism in the prisons here in the U.S. So anyway, first we have Sharna, Mark, and Bill. Sharna and Bill were roommates. They were pen pals while Bill was in prison. He was in prison for 18 years for a jewel thief. And after he was released, Sharna and Mark agreed to let him move in with them. But their living arrangement wasn't working out. And Bill had gone to California for 2 weeks to see his girlfriend. And when he returned, they had changed the locks on him. So this episode opens up with Sharna and Mark out they met Bill in the front yard. Okay, they wouldn't even let him in the door, and they just basically told him that he had to get a room for the evening while they reevaluate this living situation. So we'll see next week if Bill still has a place to stay. Excuse me, I've been sick for the last 2 days, but I'm recovering. I'm good. So next we're going to go to Artie and Jovan. Jovan had moved in with Artie, and Artie had ordered out some takeout food for Jovan, and Jovan had came in late and she got mad, and her son kicked Jovan out the house for the evening. But anyway, this episode opens up with Jovan eating breakfast, and I was like, well, wait a minute, what happened now? I thought they had kicked him out the night before, but what happened is they did kick him out, and he had spent the night over a friend's house, and he came back, and anyway, he was in the kitchen and he was making some eggs. And when I tell you, if you look at this kitchen was filthy. He was frying an egg in like this rusted old pot. There were oven mitts, dirty oven mitts up against a dirty wall, and the hood of the stove was just filthy, and the stove was just filthy, but okay. And Artie, she's standing there, her hair is done, her nails are done, but that's usually the scenario. But I just basically like to keep clean house, at least definitely a clean kitchen. So anyway, Jovan and Artie agreed that they were going to continue with the living arrangement, and Artie brought Jovan into her cleaning business on a trial basis. So she said that she's agreed to, continue to mentor him and see how things go. So anyway, later that evening, they get a knock at the door, and it's a process server, and they served Jovan with divorce papers. So anyway, Artie said that she was going to try to help Jovan with his divorce, and she was making arrangements to meet with Jovan's wife to discuss Jovan's custody of his daughter, because that's important to him. But I really don't know how that conversation is going to go, because Artie doesn't know Jovan's ex-wife, and it's really none of her business, what's going on with him and his divorce. And I actually, if they do agree to meet up, I actually see that conversation going from 1 to 10 real quick. So next we are going to look at Sandra and Kyle and Nick. Sandra and Kyle had taken Nick in after he was released from prison for illegal distribution of a controlled substance. So anyway, Nick is not in the house. He called Sandra and he asked Sandra if his girlfriend could spend the night. And Sandra was like, I already told you. I told you no. This is not a flop house. If you want your girlfriend, spend the night, go ahead and get your own place. And she said that she was really concerned with Nick at this point because she's afraid that he's using again. And she said the telltale sign that she has is that his eyes are always dilated, and she could just basically tell by, the way that he's acting because she's been around a lot of addicts in her life. So anyway, she told Nick that his girlfriend couldn't spend the night, and Nick just, told Sandra, hey, I'm done, I'm moving out. Okay, so now we have Darquavian and Dr. Henry. Remember, Darquavian went to prison. I think he was 17 and he spent 7 years in prison. So anyway, he was released and he was staying with Dr. Henry. They got into a kerfuffle. He went to stay with his uncle, and that didn't work out. So Dr. Henry and Darquavian had a sit down, and that's when he informed Dr. Henry that, he not only lost one of his jobs, he actually had two, and that he had lost, both of his jobs, and that he was thinking about, going back to his old ways. And he said that how he lost both of his positions was he worked for one temp agency, and they had called him in, and he told them, no, I can't come in today. I have plans. Okay. So anyway, they had recommended him previously to another temp agency. So they called that temp agency and they let them know that they had called him in for work, and, he had declined. So they had let him go as well. So anyway, Darquavian said that he's thinking about going back to his old ways. Let's hope not. So let's wait for next episode. I believe that there's 2 more episodes. So we just have to wait and see how many of these previously released inmates remain free after the last episode. So anyway, that's all I have for you on Inmates to Roommates, and it's season 1, and this is episode 9. As I said, it airs on A&E, and it comes on Thursday nights. So that's all I have for you guys. Tune in tonight and watch it. I'm Onna Harps, and again, you know what to do. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and even share my video. And don't forget to hit that notification button, and that way you'll be notified each and every time I upload a video. I'm Onna Harps. I gotta go. See ya.